After nearly 300 episodes, the podcast is getting a new name and a fresh new purpose because midlife business owners are playing by a different set of rules. And it's time we had a space that reflects that. Welcome to the Midlife Business Academy. I'm Lori Lyons, marketing strategist, business coach, and accidental techie. After years of running a successful website design agency, I'm now building the business of my dreams and helping other midlife entrepreneurs do the same. From strategy to marketing to mindset, we covered what really matters when you're growing a business that fits your life. Let's get started. Do you ever feel like your business has just stopped working? What used to bring in clients doesn't work anymore. You've tried new things. You've danced on TikTok. You've followed the formulas, and still you're stuck. If you're tired of guessing and ready to simplify your business with a strategy that actually fits you, then let's talk. Book a free Profitable Path discovery call with me. We'll figure out what's really going on and whether we're a fit to work together. Head to talkwithlori.com to schedule. Hi there. Can you believe this is episode 300? That number honestly blows me away. What started as a little passion project called the Encore Entrepreneur has grown into something that I never could have imagined. And I actually delayed several years starting this because I was afraid to. I just kept procrastinating and putting it off. And my 300 episodes later, here we are. But I want to take a minute to thank you. Whether you've been here since episode one, my first episode, my interview about YouTube with my friend Sharon, or this is your very first time tuning in, your time, your attention, and your trust means the world to me. And I don't take that lightly. I've been so honored by the comments and all the suggestions that you guys have had and all of the contacts and the relationships that have been built through this podcast, and it's amazing. But this episode, it's a big one. And it's not just because of the number, but today, this podcast gets a new name and a new direction. And it's one I've been talking about for a while. It's one that's been pulling at me. And I want to talk about what's changing and why, because it's still going to be on this same channel. When I started the Encore Entrepreneur, it was because I saw something missing. So many people were starting businesses in midlife, after careers, after raising kids, sometimes after life knocked them sideways, and no one was really speaking to them, to us. And I was one of them. After years of business ownership, with a few sidetracks working for other people, I found myself laid off and was told I wasn't technical enough, which is hilarious now because that little nudge, it turned into a full-blown website design agency. I started asking questions. I started teaching myself WordPress. I watched YouTube videos. I bought WordPress for Dummies, and I started saying yes to things before I was really ready. That first client who took a chance on me is still a valued client and friend today. I became what I call an accidental techie. And over the years, I've built a thriving business helping others build theirs. But something has shifted. Something has shifted within me. As my clients got savvier and I got deeper into coaching and strategy, I realized it wasn't just websites they needed. It was clarity. It was direction. It was support. It was helping simplify their lives and their business. They needed to know how to use all the tools and strategies and ideas that were out there in a way that felt good, not overwhelming. And they just weren't encore entrepreneurs anymore. They were building businesses that felt like a first choice, not something that was a secondary choice or a fallback, or because there was nothing else out there for them. That's when the Midlife Business Academy started kind of tapping me on the shoulder. Because midlife business owners, we're a different breed. I remember back in 2018, I sat across from my business coach and we were at our retreat, our coaching retreat. There was probably, I don't know, 125, 125, 150 people maybe in the room. And I said, look around. There's this group of business owners that are like me. Probably over half of the room was like me. Gray hair, no hair. They weren't ready to retire. They were still full of piss and vinegar, but we weren't being spoken to. We were being overlooked. And we joked about what to call ourselves because at the time, midlife wasn't even the word yet. And I didn't want to invent some cutesy name. And I wasn't ready and wasn't willing, in retrospect, probably a shortcoming, that I wasn't willing to create a market around the world midlife in 2018. So I waited, but it never left me. And I saw it in my clients, I saw it in my peers, and I saw it myself. I saw it in this group of people that in the last 4 years, 5 years, this group of people of midlife people have exploded onto the business scene. We've always been here. We just never had a way to be visible. And it wasn't about building a startup or scaling for investors. This was about building something that was meaningful and sustainable to us. It was personal to us. And it's a business that fits the life we want now, not one that we had in our 30s or not one that everybody said we needed to have. So, why did I wait to create this? As I said before, it was fear. I was fear of putting myself out there in a bigger way, visibility. And even with all my experience, the idea of stepping into something new, something that felt so me, was scary because what if it flopped? What if it resonated with no one? What if I wasn't enough? But the market is caught up because midlife entrepreneurs are everywhere. We're taking over social media. We're everywhere. And we're building businesses on our terms with heart, with humor, and with a whole lot of wisdom. So now I'm done waiting. Today, I'm officially launching the Midlife Business Academy, the next evolution of my business. And it's not just a new name for my podcast, it's a new home for the work I've been doing behind the scenes for years. We're not here to chase every trend. We're not obsessed with going viral or posting 47 times a week. We've lived a little, we've tried things, we've failed at things, we've learned from life. And that experience is our superpower. I've been a part of some amazing coaching programs over the years, but here's what I noticed. Many of the members were like me in midlife. We were smart, we were capable, we were experienced business owners. But the coaching, the messaging, the strategies, they were geared to someone 20 or 30 years younger. And that's not a bad thing, but it's not the same thing because we're different. We remember business before social media. We remember phones with cords and Rolodexes. We remember what it was like to work offline. We remember AOL. We're the typewriter generation. So when we say I'm not tech savvy, it doesn't mean we can't do it. It just means we need to learn it differently. We want step by step. We want somebody to explain the why, not just the how. We want somebody to show us. And more than anything, we want it to work for our lives, not overtake them. And a lot of us can't see ourselves retiring, not in the traditional sense. I've had that conversation several times over the last couple of weeks with some of my friends that are 65, 70, 75. And they're like, I don't want to retire. I want the life that I want, and I want to work. We want our work to mean something. We want to serve. We want freedom, but not in the digital nomad, Bali on a beach kind of way. Although sometimes that sounds pretty good. We want freedom of time. We want freedom of choice. And we want freedom from all the BS. We've got parents to care for, maybe adult kids who still need us. A lot of us have grandkids. Our energy isn't endless, and we don't want it to be. But we want impact, not just income. We want to start a business, or we want a business that fits where we are now, not where we were 20 years ago. And I realize that the podcast needs to reflect that. So that's why it's the new name. That's why it's the shift and the redirection and the direction. And that's why I'm doubling down on what I know to be true. Midlife is not a second act. It's not an encore. It's your act. So let me tell you what you can expect going forward. What's not changing is I'll still be here every week, bringing you insights, stories, and strategy. We'll focus on the things that matter most to growing your business. It'll be more teacher oriented. It'll be academy because teaching is my background. And I'll still be real with you. I won't give you any fluff. I will be honest. I will be grounded, and I'll give you doable action steps that you can take with the things that we talk about. So what is changing? The name, obviously, the intention. We're not just talking about starting or businesses or side hustles anymore. We're talking about building sustainable, smart businesses that support your life. And I'm excited because I'm bringing back guests. I haven't had a guest so far this year, and I'm bringing them back. And they're going to be the ones that have experience that I don't have and expertise that I don't have, that they can share deeper into what they know. And most of the time, they'll be midlife themselves. I'll still have a whippersnapper on every now and then, but most of the time it's going to be midlife business owners like us. And I'll be weaving in more of the frameworks I've been developing behind the scenes, systems to help you find flow, to simplify your offers, to grow with purpose, and scale your business in a way that feels aligned to where you are now. But most of all, this podcast is now a place for midlife business owners to be seen, supported, and challenged to think differently. So if you've been listening for a while, thank you. If you're new here, welcome. Either way, I want this podcast to feel like a weekly exhale. A yes, someone gets that kind of space. And if something in today's episode resonated, would you do me a favor and share this episode with a fellow business owner who's in this season of life too? You probably know someone right now who's wondering if it's too late to get started or restart or get it right this time, or it's just too late for me, I'm giving up. Remind them that it's not. And if you're ready for more personal support in building a business that really fits your life, I'd love to talk with you. You can find the link to book a profitable You can find the link to build a profitable path blueprint call in the show notes. This isn't just marketing. This is about designing a business you want to wake up to. So this moment feels really big and also real grounded for me. I'm proud of where the podcast has been, and I'm even more excited about where we're headed. Next week, I'm sharing the top lessons from 300 episodes, the things I've learned, seen, and heard that I believe every business owner in midlife needs to know. Some will surprise you. Some will be kind of funny, make you laugh. And a few might change the way you show up in your business. So be sure to tune in for that one next Tuesday morning. And as always, thank you for being here. And remember, you're not too old. You're right on time. It's never too late to build the business of your dreams. Welcome to the Midlife Business Academy. I'm Lori Lyons, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me on the Midlife Business Academy. If today's episode made you think, or made you feel seen, share it with a fellow business owner who could use it too. When you're ready for more support, you'll find the link to book your Profitable Path Blueprint call in the show notes. I'll be back next week with more insight and strategy to help you build a business that truly fits your life and one of your dreams. We'll see you next time on the Midlife Business Academy.